Everybody knows
Oh my god.
that Gamescom just happened.
Why do
Oh my
you
God.
why do you not give the highest audio that you have during your audio check? Why do you do this to me?
Why would I give the highest audio during the audio check? That'd be dumb.
So I can make it so you don't blow out my ears.
I wasn't expecting to yell, but I needed to hype myself up.
Are you sure about that?
We're at the end of the day. I'm kind of tired a little
Are you
bit.
needing to hype yourself up because this was a pretty lackluster showing?
That's also true.
Man,
I mean, other than Grand Blue Fantasy, which is always nice to see, but I don't have anything new to say about it. Oh, yeah. So anyway, Gamescom happened.
Yep.
We didn't talk about it for any of the other years that it happened. Because
I didn't even know it existed.
it's the largest European gaming conference. And
I
it's
didn't
just regurgitations
realize-
of stuff we already saw.
Well, I didn't realize
this
that
time.
it was going to have its own conferences and events and stuff separate from E3 to this degree. Like, I knew that there was going to be one or two events. I didn't think there was going to be the 3 or 4 events that we got. So I was planning just to skip it, but we watched it and we had some stuff to talk about. So we decided we would go ahead and throw it. Also, metagame practice, we haven't recorded in 2 months, as you probably saw if you are a regular. So,
If you're watching this in the year 2027, hi, I see you.
A regular, that's funny.
if you are crawling through our backlog from first episode,
Why are you
Indeed.
here? Go away.
Get the fuck
away.
out. Get out of my house. Get off my lawn. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, if this somehow is look, if we have a channel that's going like 10 years in the future and you're watching this, just spare us the embarrassment and don't watch this probably.
No, just one. It's fine. It's fine. We'll bleed ourselves dry. I'm eating a Panera sandwich. We're not sponsored. Do you think I care? No.
Yum
I
sandwich.
could totally see us being sponsored though.
Sponsored
some
by Panera.
Something. Sponsored by Panera. Is there any
Sponsored by
YouTubers
Panera?
sponsored by Panera?
Sponsored by Panera Bread. Our soup is terrible and our bread is fine. Come on in.
What if Panera Bread decided to start their own VTuber?
Bread Chon.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it.
What if that's something?
Wait,
that
no,
was
wait.
like
I got an idea.
We
I got
gotta
an
get
idea.
hip with the
Hold on,
kids.
hold on,
All
hold
the
on,
other
hold on.
fast casual restaurants are doing the social medias. What can
Hold
we do?
on,
Somebody with
hold
a
on,
gargoyle
hold
t-shirt raised their hand. Let's do a VTuber.
Hold on, hold on,
Don't
hold on.
ask me why he has
I
a
have
East
it.
European accent.
I have it. So the Starbucks logo, right?
Okay.
Oh,
Make that
Okay.
into a VTuber.
all right.
Make the
I think you have
Starbucks woman a
something.
VTuber. There you go. Starbucks, call me. You owe me money now. Lots and lots of money. Copious amounts of money. I will sue you into the ground if you actually do that after I say it, you bastards.
What?
Yeah, we've copyrighted it now.
You go
It's
ahead.
our thing.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your mid-coffee. Become a VTuber.
Anyway, so there were 4
What is
events
this?
at Gamescom. There was the first one, opening night for Jeff Keighley, then followed by the Future Game Show. Those are the 2 events we knew about. Then, following that, there were 2 others. One of them by, I believe, a Chinese game publisher, and
That
the other
one was-
one, but it was like an indie label.
So what it was Into the Infinite, and it was the same day as Future Game Show, and it was 1 hour before Future Game Show. After
Oh.
that was Panic Game Show, which is the people who made Untitled Goose Game and Firewatch.
Yeah, the publishers of
Didn't the people who made...
we'll get through that. Did we
Wait,
write
wait,
down? I know
wait, hold
the
on.
list of trailers we have doesn't include this. So
Did the people who made
Yeah.
Hello... Or not Hello... what is it? Untitled Goose Game? Didn't they just come out and say, hey, we're working on something, and then say
Yeah,
anything else?
right at the end of Panic, they said, "Hey, we're working on something. Bye. We don't know
That
its
was-
name yet. Bye."
yeah, they didn't tell us much at all about it. They just told us that it's happening.
That seems...
Which, I mean,
There were
yes.
3 dogs there. I'm assuming it's going to be Untitled Dog Game.
I'm going to guess that it's called
A
Subwoofers.
terrible dog game.
It's going to be called Subwoofers, and it's going to be a sound-based dog game. Oh my god, you found it.
Yep.
Oh my... I love this picture so much.
It is very cute. Look at the face of the one on the right. He's just...
He's just here.
He's hanging
Yeah.
out.
It's chill. What a good mother or father.
Anyway.
God help me. Anyway, continuing on. Oh, God.
So, beyond that, the things that we did see, well, not much that we wanted to talk about. There are a couple of few things that we all really wanted to talk about. Being the first thing that we're going to talk about is, God, this is awful. I am doing awful. Okay, anyway.
You being the first one that is the one we are talking about today.
You being the one who does the thing with the stuff and the how and the what's it's.
That's true. So the first trailer we've got is something known as Stop Dead.
You played the hell out of this, didn't you?
I did. So when they unrevealed this game, I immediately thought, oh, this looks cool as shit. I like Mirror's Edge. It makes me feel like Mirror's Edge, not really, but I also really fucking love the, like, holding the guns with the, like, mental powers. But the whole gimmick of the game is if you stop moving, you die. Simple enough.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep going.
Get to the end. So I played through the demo that they revealed, and it was pretty fun. I enjoyed playing it a lot, and after I finished it, I saw at the end, hey, there's a challenge level. If you get in first place on either points or time, you will get either a PS5 or an Xbox Series, whatever the most recent one is. So I went hard on that, and I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to
we're
that.
Happy to announce that you did not quite make it.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it, but this was probably my best showing of it. Let me pause my trailer there. Okay. So this is probably my best showing of it.
Let's go. Let's see what you can do, bro. So am I to understand that this is basically like Crank, but less fun and more telekinesis?
What is
It reminds me of
hit movie Crank, where some dude takes a bump of cocaine to get rid of his erection? You've never heard of hit movie Crank?
No.
Yeah, it is like video game Crank. It reminds me of a mixture between Mirror's Edge and Super Hot, but there's also elements of surf maps from CSGO.
God, that's a call out.
But yeah, we're about to hit to the end of the level. This took me a lot of hours of just playing this level. The entire thing is just kill the one target and get to the end. And I fuck it up at the end here, but who cares? This is my best showing that I had. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Gotta keep going, gotta go fast.
This was on day one, a couple hours after the actual thing, and I got 8th place, which felt pretty nice. I don't know what my final thing was, because after Dosha asked me to go check, it was gone.
Well then.
Very unfortunate. They did post the top 3, and you were not in it, but...
Correct.
You know, we'll just say you stayed 8th the whole time.
Good lord.
Yeah, exactly. I had 56 seconds, and I think top place had 26, something like that. But yeah, probably, like, this is definitely the most interesting game they showed the entire Gamescom, I guess, weekend or week, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it.
Oh, you forgot to hit the loot button.
You burned yourself out on it,
You
right?
forgot to hit the loot button.
I did. But yeah, no, I'm probably not going to buy it because I burnt myself out on that fucking challenge level.
Well warranted. You actually did pretty good. This really does strike me as a game that, like, it would be fun to play, but I have the same desire to play it as I would, like, Super Hot, I guess, which is, like, if it was in front of me, I would, but I don't think I would actually dedicate multiple hours of my life to play it.
Like, this is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy. Like, just simple mechanics in games that you can really sink your teeth into. And the cool aesthetic of shooting a gun with your mind is cool. It looks cool. But the guy saying, I expect perfection every single time you fail is infuriating.
Yeah, if there's one thing that has really been annoying to me about video games this year, it is the games that only have one voice line for something that you're expected to do over and over again.
Yeah, it does get really like I was watching you play this for a while,
Like seriously,
and I
like,
actually had to mute the
30
music
at least.
because my god, it just the same thing drilling into your head over and over again is insane.
You'll still get people complaining about it if you have 3 voice lines, but it'll be. I mean, I'll say, okay, they have at least 3. That's fine. I'm willing to go that far.
And admittedly, they
Memphis
did just
Wine.
make a whole 1 gigabyte update for the demo, so I don't know if they fixed that or not. But yeah,
Shit.
really
Nope.
cool game. I would recommend playing it if you don't want to do speedrunning. If you want to do speedrunning, don't buy it. You'll pull your hair out. Anyway.
Unless you're the bastard who stole my PS5, fuck you.
So before we go to the next one, the trailer for it took place during. I want to talk briefly about the opening event.
Oh yeah.
Because we're not talking about these in event order.
We will be going in event order after this one. We just had to do this one first.
GTA 6.
Yeah, so there was a guy who crashed the stage right at the start, and they were obviously mimicking what happened at the Game Awards last year. A lot of people
Yeah.
have been talking about this particular thing in gaming, especially on Twitter.
Mhm.
And this could, I mean, first of all, I want to say, it was cringe. Do we agree it was cringe?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Well, yeah, obviously.
If you're gonna do it, don't copy somebody. Don't
like at least just
Don't-
run
don't
up
do it
there
the way you
naked
did it.
or something. Like do something original. Like
come on,
fuck.
do something. Like be original. Don't bum rush the stage. That's bad. Then what most people are talking about is the weak security response. They
Yeah.
yeah. He actually touched Jeff Keighley before.
Yeah. Like he
I feel like
he
he's
was
gonna
on
be, like,
stage for a
down.
solid few minutes. Like I'm glad that like
No.
he was fully surrounded relatively
Here, I'll pull
quickly,
it up on
but
the
that
other one.
was really
somebody-
kind of dangerous.
Yeah, if somebody wanted to do harm, they could have
hmm
in that amount of time.
Luckily,
And,
this guy
you know,
was just
somebody
a jackass, but yeah.
pointed out that Mr. Skyrim, I forgot what his name was. He was the next
Todd
one on
Howard.
stage, and he seemed kind of Todd Howard seemed kind of nervous. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah, he
has
should be.
certainly gotten death threats.
To be
for
fair,
stuff.
yeah, there it
Video
is.
game.
Here, hold up. Restart that real quick, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. He's just coming up here. I have this turned out a lot, so he's like, what was it?
Oh yeah, by the way,
Says,
Sure.
I said it at the
He's
start.
very-
How did I already forget?
he says, Bill Clinton
Clinton.
wants to play GTA 6.
Yeah.
you couldn't really hear it. You could only really hear him saying GTA 6.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, was only GTA 6. I assumed
No,
he was
I
saying, I
heard-
want to play GTA 6, or where is GTA 6?
I heard Bill Clinton
Yeah.
the second time he said it, but like, man, no. He should have been tackled to the damn ground the second he approached the stage. Like, that's not.
I feel like
That's
next
insane.
time it's going to be like there's going to be like people standing next to him to be prepared.
I don't
Well,
think
because
they're not
like,
going to be like
to be
next
fair-
to him, but yeah.
This is Jeff Keighley hosting Gamescom. This isn't his usual stage.
Yeah.
So maybe at the Game Awards we'll actually see an improvement in security, but people are worried that this is going to cause a decrease in people actually wanting to participate
Yeah.
in the event for devs because there's security concerns. This
But
has happened
I feel like
twice now. It's not good. That's not a good look.
so here's the thing, though, right? I do want to point this out. Keeley was totally professional about it, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
audience actively booed. So like it's not like this is something that is being
Everybody agreed
supported.
that it was cringe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really stupid idea. I don't know why this guy did it. Oh yeah, I should probably switch back. Sorry, but
Well,
no,
so
it
the shirt that
is.
he's wearing has his YouTube account on it.
Oh my god, that's okay. Well, have fun on your YouTube account after getting arrested for whatever the hell you did. I don't even know what the thing that you could arrest him for is. Disturbing the peace, maybe? I don't know.
trespassing,
Well,
arguably.
no,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure there's something. Endangerment, some kind of thing. But like,
I don't think you can arrest him, but I think you can kick him out of the event.
oh, 100%.
Didn't they say that Jeff Keighley say the last one was arrested?
Mm-hmm. But again, this man just utterly a buffoon.
I don't know. This is in Germany. Who knows what their laws are in that weird country?
The weird.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This
Yeah.
is in a different country. I
Yeah,
didn't think about that.
yeah. But this is still, it's just, it doesn't really change anything. If he walked up and said Bill Clinton and then GTA 6 in German,
Okay, if he said it in German, that would have been funny.
it wouldn't have been funny, but it would have been like, at least people would have
It would have been
Googled it
more
before
funny.
dismissing it. It's
Yeah,
like,
that would have been more funny.
I don't know. But yeah, no,
Okay.
that was just, man, that just kind of stunted the whole thing, I feel.
It was
Well-
interesting because it happened right at the start. Yeah.
I
It
mean,
happened right at the start. I don't really feel like. I mean, like it threw the tempo off a little bit at the
Mhm.
beginning, but once Todd Howard took the stage, it kind of went back to normal.
oh god, I'll have words about that.
We'll see if
in
it
a
has
bit,
long-term
but yeah.
effects with any of Jeff Keighley's projects, but
Well, anyway,
now
we're moving on
Yeah.
to this thing that you would
let's
not
talk about the
stop
games.
gushing about.
no, this is not the one I wouldn't stop gushing about. That's Grand Blue Fantasy, the greatest looking JRPG I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of
I'm so excited for it. I'm not talking
JRPGs,
about it because they didn't really show anything new in terms of mechanics or anything.
Did he just?
I mean, like, but this was this is made by Pearl Abyss. They're the makers of Black Desert.
Yep.
This was originally going to be a PvP focused
this is too quiet.
Black Desert Online?
But
but as the project went on, they decided, okay, instead we're going to do a single-player open-world action RPG, and this is what we're getting out of it. And it looks really good. The graphics are very nice. You can steal people's sheep. It's great. It's basically a perfect video game. I mean, maybe. It looks really nice.
It does
There
look pretty
are-
good. Yeah.
There are some strange visuals in Black Desert, but when it comes to characters, character models,
video
like
does
player
good
character models,
characters.
it's really good looking.
as someone who
Most of the
played Black
problems with
Desert,
the game are like enemies.
as
Do what?
someone who played Black Desert, I can very well tell you two things about it. Number one, it is a beautiful game when you're not
Very
playing
pretty.
it on a PS4 and it's going at 10 frames a second. And number two, oh my god, the grind is so real.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's
the
the
stream
big
is on
downside.
an-
Is that
View.
it is very much a Korean MMO in that
Yeah.
it is super duper grindy.
It is
So
absolutely
you have to.
crazy how grindy that shit is.
Yeah.
Curry,
you
I
gotta
believe
play
the recording
specs.
is on an infinite view.
Oh, it is. Y'all are failing me. Even though it was my fault.
Yeah, I was about to say that was your fault.
Man, y'all disappoint me. Why the hell are you not doing my job?
Anyway, yeah, there's an interesting horse meter when you go to tame a horse.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Also, it
sheep
has fishing.
thievery.
Sheep thievery, fishing, skydiving. You can Yoshi your horse. You can
You
pole
can
vault
eat.
into
God, yeah,
bases.
this game does look good the more I look at it.
Yeah, it's a really good looking game. You guys were excited about the monkey game, but this one came right after, and that one was more interesting to me.
Monkeys think they're really smart. Always took it.
None of you guys put the monkey game on here to talk about, huh?
I wasn't really that interested,
Monkey game?
honestly.
Yeah, the Monkey King or whatever. The
It-
one about Goku
It looks.
or
Son-
the
Son Goku.
Kong?
Yeah, Son
Depending-
Wukong.
Yeah,
That-
depending on.
Because that's been on my list for like 2 years. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Yeah,
I
we
watched
talked
the
about
trailer.
it a long while ago.
I think when you have a game, so this is just my conception of it. The reason I put this on here is not necessarily because we're seeing. Well, first of all, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Last time you saw it was barely a tech demo, but this game has not been seen for 2 years, I don't think.
What, Crimson
And
Desert?
the fact that we're seeing it again, I think that's worth talking about.
The
So-
actively played game Crimson Desert?
Crimson Desert is not played. It's not out.
Is it not out? Oh right,
Black
this
Desert.
is the
Black Desert is out.
updated. Yeah,
This
that's
is-
right. That's
No,
right. That's right.
it's not an update. It's a separate game.
It's an update anyway. For
You didn't hear. You don't. Okay. All right. I'll explain it again.
No, you don't need to. Let's move on.
Pearl Abyss is the developer
And he's
of
gonna
Black
do it
Desert.
anyway.
They said that they wanted to make a new game.
They said we want to make Black Desert again.
Well, look,
Well,
I dig
it's
that. Like,
clearly not.
I like PDO, but it just had too much going. Playing it single player is gonna feel so good.
This does look very pretty. I
Yeah.
will admit that much, and I am
I
just
will
giving
give you
it
that.
shit.
I will add this to my to playlist most likely.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say about Wukong, the reason I didn't put it on here is because I'm already going to buy it. I didn't watch the trailer. I have nothing else to say.
It is yet another
I think it's worth
really
talking about
good Souls-like.
just because we haven't seen it in a really long time. That's my opinion.
But
I mean, that's fair, but I wasn't going to watch the trailer anyway, so I wouldn't have anything else to add. But yeah, I guess what I can say is I've
Just to say,
wanted
it's
to
not
play
dead.
Wukong for a while. It's been on my list for a long time. I'm excited to play it eventually. I really like the idea of a Wukong Souls-like.
I think that is pretty good. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'll give you that. I will add Crimson Desert to my thing. I honestly didn't give it a chance when I first watched it. I was skipping through.
I mean, it's pretty good. You can pet a dog, so that is already
You
on
pick
my
up
list.
the cat.
You can become
steal
the rat
people's children.
piper.
You can sleep in a hay bale and fly in the air using magic and whimsy.
I mean, it looks pretty dope. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just don't
Anyway.
think I could muster the energy to play another MMO.
I don't
Oh my
want to
god.
repeat myself again. So
It's
If we
all
move
right.
on to this one.
Oh, baby. Whose was this?
this
I think it was Dosha's.
this was from like a really late event. This one was, what is it called? Hellscape. That's the one. So we saw that at E3, and we didn't see a lot of detail. We just figured procedural, roguelike skating game. But now we're seeing all the combat and stuff that you can do, and what the worlds are going to look like, and then how you upgrade your character. It looks good. It looks really good.
I think that.
I mean, as somebody who played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2
Yeah.
a lot,
This
it looks good.
Exactly my point. If you like skating games, you'll like this. But ultimately,
I
this
like
is a
playing
skating game, no matter how interesting it is. So if you're like me and you don't like skating games, and this is not for you.
I will give it. It has a cool aesthetic, but I probably won't play it.
It's just like, I like the idea. It's very cute, of course, like the name
Yeah.
works. The art style is great. Like, all of it is fine. I just really do not like skate games. It's a personal preference. So if you like it, definitely go try it, because, man, this is neat. Look at this boy on his throne.
Understandable.
Yeah, very very cool looking.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, main character's cool.
Grind up that arm and break them gems
It's got
and
that
bones.
alt aesthetic
Gem bones?
that's
Gem
going on,
bones.
just in total. Yeah, cool stuff.
It's
Anyway,
good-looking game.
so I guess moving right along to.
Boy.
All right. So
Boy.
during the Gamescom, they showed a small snippet of Zenless Zone Zero, and then afterwards they uploaded a 21-minute gameplay trailer
Alright,
and a
so
6-minute gameplay trailer.
we should probably do a brief introduction. Zenless Zone Zero is the... Well, I
Next
guess
game in the
fourth,
Hoyoverse.
fourth concurrently running... Well, I guess fifth if you're including Galgun Z. I don't know if that's still open.
That one's not stateside, but yeah, people are still playing.
Okay, so it's either fourth or fifth active MiHoYo game, and it is... Boy,
This
does
game
this one feel
was
different.
initially announced, I believe, alongside Star Rail. It
Yes.
just so happens that Star Rail was a little further along in development at the time.
So...
It's probably easier to make an RPG than it is to make an action RPG.
That's probably true.
Yeah, likely. But, like, this one... God, this has so much going on with it. First of all, I want to play this
It's
game
got
just for the
style, it's
soundtrack.
got grace.
The soundtrack's so
Yeah, it does have
fucking
really good sound design.
Good lord. It's not even sound design,
Really-
no. Like, screw the cool little sound effects. I'm talking, like, straight up the music. Like, my god.
Also, this guy freaking makes ramen in front of you. Do you know how long it takes to cut ramen?
It do.
He's just doing it while you're sitting there.
That
do
just
take
made me
a
feel
while.
like I watched the Monster Hunter thing.
But
Yeah.
no. A lot of people are saying like this game is very distinct from what MiHoYo has. It's a little bit like Impact Third, just a little, but it's
Well, because they're both near future street aesthetic, right?
yeah, but there's also like the snappiness of the combat is similar, but ultimately this is a very
Well,
distinct game from like the current MiHoYo catalog, which
this
has
game doesn't feel apocalyptic.
yeah, this game
So there's
just
that.
this game
There's
just
not the
feels
crushing
good.
dread of the state of things.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if it's
Constantly
going to or
hovering
not.
I wonder how long that'll take because you know the game that a lot
give
of
it 2
people
years.
like what is the word compare this to is Persona. It really
Yeah.
does feel like Persona.
It is
feels
definitely a Persona
hugely
Gacha,
Persona.
which is interesting because we actually already have a Persona Gacha.
But yeah, like this thing, it's so neat. And the trailer that they showed off, they even showed like these cute little mini games that you can play. You can just run
And
around
they
in the
just
overworld.
sneak out.
Like, yeah, you can just run around in the overworld. You can actually go to an arcade and do this. This was such a weird little add-in that they decided to show. It's strange to me that they went that far with it, but it's so cute.
Yeah.
But, like, I think that this is going to prove to be much like the other MiHoYo games and become very popular very quickly. I think this will not be as popular as Genshin and Star Rail.
Honkai
Sorry.
Star Rail.
Yeah, sorry, the word left me for a second. But like, I think it will be very popular in its own right. Of course, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. It could just immediately come out and then like jettison to huge popularity. But I think I like this aesthetic a lot. I want to pick it up. I am infuriated that I want to pick it up because I'm already playing the
There's
3
too many
other
gacha
MiHoYo games.
See, that's what I was just about to say. So the problem is, if you're a fan of Genshin or a fan of Star Rail, you tried picking up both of those games. Sure, that's fine. But then you go back to Honkai Impact Third, and now you got
Yeah.
Zenless Zone Zero. They might even release more in the future. There is no
Who
time to
knows?
play all of the games.
Dog Butler. Oh man.
Anyway, this is the combat. If anyone watching has never seen it,
But it is
like
so cool.
Curry said, I actually Coinus and we both really like it. That it's the snappiness of Honkai Impact Third,
So,
but it also has like parries.
yeah. So there's this thing that MiHoYo games do. It's very subtle, but each one of them has kind of a different core mechanic. In Honkai Impact Third, it's Witch Time. Well, not Witch Time, but that's just colloquially what it's called. When you dodge and you get a QTE, you time dilate for a second, and then you're able to do more things where your enemies are slowed down. In Genshin, it's more like you dodge, like you actually
Elemental
straight
reactions.
dodge, and you have elemental reactions and that kind of thing. In Star Rail, you have actually, what do you have in Star Rail that would
Toughness
fit
mechanic.
this? Yeah, the stamina mechanic. So you have to like break a shield before you can actually deal massive damage to something. And in this one, it looks like it might be parrying. Is my guess is the core like loop mechanic that a whole bunch of the gameplay revolves around. So
Yeah,
I think
and
It's
that's
definitely a
pretty
very
cool.
skill-based game
Yeah.
from what we've seen so far.
It is successfully differentiating itself from like the others, which is good. Like the one thing MiHoYo probably didn't want to do is release a game that was similar
Impact 4.
to its others. Yeah, like they have Honkai Impact Third already, they have Honkai Star Rail already, they have Genshin already. They didn't want to do that, but again this time, and that's a good thing. That is a very good thing that this
Yeah.
feels different, but it also like shares similarities in that same MiHoYo polish and the absurdly good character designs and the absolutely just jubilant amount of music. Like I'm gonna say this over and over, the soundtrack's so fucking good. I haven't
Yeah.
even played the game yet, just the trailer music is amazing. I'm like, what the hell?
So one thing that I can never stop thinking about when watching this trailer is seeing these critical hits of 74. I can't wait
Yeah.
for in a year for those to be like quintupled.
Ooh baby, Dog Butler is going to be power crept. We're going to get kitty made.
Three in a row. Like, I really like parry mechanics. I loved Sekiro, even if I never finished it.
Oh man, I mean, I guess we could also talk about the character design of these. Like, there is some aesthetic that most enemies in
Yeah.
Honkai games
Oh,
share.
and-
Like, different factions of enemies, rather. But, like, this one is clearly shared by having this, like, black hole core somewhere on the body. And I think that's a really neat aesthetic, because in the other, like,
Yeah.
longer trailer, they also show, like, a knight standing up with the black hole head being the core. Oh, man, it's so...
Character design.
It's
Say
so
hello to
cool.
Asha.
You added her to your list immediately.
I did.
Like,
she has a dog
half
suit.
furry.
She does. She's
She
great.
is
I love
adorable.
her.
She is absolutely adorable.
She's adorable.
Man,
Okay.
I really, again, I hate that I want to play this, but something tells me I'm gonna play it.
I am most likely going to skip on this one for a good reason. Now, before I move on to the next thing in my great segue, Dosha, do you have anything else to say about ZZZ?
Please.
Genshin is one of the worst things that happened to gaming because it's created a blight of really good video games, and I don't have time to play all of them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. See, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to be tabbing out for a moment.
Oh boy.
So I really am I'm most likely going to be skipping the ZZZ because there's another gacha that has got announced.
Oh my god.
Called
This
Project
one.
Mugen. Now, I haven't talked about it on this channel before, but my absolute favorite thing in gaming is these like Spider-Man swinging, running around. Monster Hunter Rise was my favorite game for a long time just because of that, and that was my first Monster Hunter game.
Well, yeah.
I dig this shit. It's so fucking satisfying. I wanted to get Spider-Man 2016. I haven't had the chance. I've never really watched the movies. I don't plan to. I just want to enjoy swinging around town.
Like,
And this
man,
is somehow a gotcha game.
I'm
like,
just looking
There's
at
another
like,
one I have got right
man.
here. Let's comparing it.
Yeah, like, look at this. It's really... I don't want to say
Yeah, speaking
blatant
of-
because that
speaking of
comes off as,
things
like,
that get
negative, but my god, this really is just someone loved the open world traversal of Spider-Man games and was like, what if we did, like, Persona, but Spider-Man?
Yeah, like,
Like, look at
I
this,
am-
look at this.
I have
Oh.
already signed up for the pre-registration for
Seamless.
Project Mugen. The second
Yep.
it drops, I'm going to be probably wailing on it, honestly.
I am probably going to try and pick this one up too, but my goodness, I will have to make cuts on what the hell I play because Dosha
Yeah,
is
'cause-
100% on the money. There is a blight of goodness upon the gaming world.
Yeah, Genshin, for you it's
Specifically
Genshin,
in-
Honkai Impact 3rd, Honkai Star Rail, now
clear.
ZZ, and now Project Mugen. That's 5 gotchas.
Oh, there's more than
Specifically
that.
in gotchas right now, yeah. Basically, what Genshin did is that they proved you can develop what is effectively a very good premium console video game, and
Yeah.
then make it a gotcha and give it to people for free, and that still works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For your
Well, because
business
people
model.
are like, we want to spend, like, however much. Like, I have praised Genshin and Star Rail and basically just all MiHoYo games because it does something with its monetization that usually is a huge detriment to gachas, and it's that they implement fair monetization. Like, my god, just like
Yeah.
the $5 Wilkin Moon or equivalent in all of their games, that is such an easy thing to do. Like, it's
However,
understandably
Honkai
good.
Impact 3rd is very greedy
I
with their
was just about to
outfits.
get to
They're-
it. I was just
Yeah,
about to
I'm
say,
glad that
good lord, but some of them are, like, bad when it comes to this. I really
Like
hope
with every
that,
game they release, the new team grows, but the old team doesn't.
I really feel like, I've just been playing so
Honkai
many
3rd
MiHoYo
was-
games for a while.
good. I think Honkai 3rd was really good when the meta was mobile games, and most of them weren't actual video games.
Well,
That's what made Honkai stand out, is that it was an actual, real video game.
yeah, and that's what kind of jettisoned MiHoYo to be able to make Genshin, and then later Star Rail, and now
Yeah, Genshin's not
Zenless
the
on
wrong name
Zero.
for it.
Like,
Yeah.
it is just crazy. Like, I mean, hell, it got big enough that they they reactivated Gun-Gal Z, and they brought a Honkai character named Eponia to Gun-Gal Z. That's how
Oh,
big
really?
this is. Like, yeah, like
Like,
it's big enough to revive borderline dead games, or at least I'm assuming
they're
it's
also
dead.
big enough that they've collabed with Ufotable or Ufotable,
Yeah,
the fucking Demon Slayer people, to make an anime.
I
Like,
Yeah.
mean, like fuck that. Like, look even beyond that. They
Well,
have their own in-house
to be
animation
fair,
production office now.
that paradigm was started by who are the guys who did Rage of Bahamut? I forgot what their name was. Psy
I
Games. There we go.
yeah,
Yeah,
side
yeah,
games,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Psy
That's fair.
Games' fault for gotchas getting video games. So
Yeah, like
for getting anime, I mean,
I can't wait to watch Arknights so I don't have to
but
play
like it's
Arknights.
probably pretty good. Akinitis.
But
Good
anyway,
night, so-
yeah, no, this is just it's a good looking game. However, speaking of Honkai
Speaking of
Impact
good-looking
3rd,
gotchas from Honkai and whatever the fuck.
so
Oh,
I
forgot.
I put this on here. This wasn't really so much a a inclusion in Gamescom as it was just like it was just
announced
there.
around the same time.
Yeah, it was around the same time. They previewed a new update for Honkai Impact 3rd. I believe it is what is it 6.3 or something 6.9 6.9. So there is a character known as Siren who is an original character from the manga specifically, although she does technically exist in the game itself. As she is displayed here, she has not been in the game. She is a fan favorite. She has a great design, and they're bringing her back as a magical girl for some reason. Alt universe bubble shenanigans are very weird, so now she's back as a magical girl, and I couldn't be happier because she's
Despite
finally
being
home.
a character who died thousands of years ago in the original game.
Hundreds, but yes.
Hundreds? Oh, okay, just
It might not
hundreds.
even be hundreds. Maybe it's like less than 100. She
Okay, I thought
died
she was
before
older.
the start of the game proper. But now she's back in the magical girl form from an alt universe, and it's great. I'm so bloody happy that she's here. My god.
When I put this on the list, I didn't actually
Aliens
watch
after
it. This
first,
is some
aliens
good
after
music.
first.
I love this so much. It is so cute. Look at her design. She has scissors. They go snip.
That's true. They
Is
do
she-
go.
Look at it.
Is she still as Yan as she is in the actual game, or
Her character is slightly different, but she isn't like hyper murderous.
She has scissors.
She is a magical girl. So she is like a protector and not a demon that wants to exterminate all mankind.
Oh, okay, well that's
Interesting.
good for her. Good for her.
Good for her, I guess.
Wee. But yeah, I got to gush about. Oh my god, look at her. She's
So now
cute.
we get to talk about yet another thing released by the same people who made Stop Dead, Sprawl.
Hello.
This was
Oh,
at the
yeah.
Future Game Show.
Same studio.
And yep, same studio. It looks really interesting. It's
different type of
basically
gun shooting.
like a Doom shooter.
Like this has the energy of Doom. Like very,
Yeah, it's got the
very good
energy.
energy. It's so bloody nice. Like my god. Actually, you know what this reminds? This reminds me of Quake a little bit. Just like a little.
Oh yeah, and the music.
That's so good.
Yeah, so this is Sprawl. It looks really fucking cool, honestly.
It does. It has the same like rhythm as like a Doom game, which I guess is probably going to become way more like not well popular is the wrong word. Populated. Like the genre itself is going to become like much
Just
much
shoot
more.
your like things midair, slow mo. Like I wish they would have released a demo for this one too.
Is that a fucking railgun?
It might be.
Oh, damn railgun. Good lord.
However, one thing that's important about Sprawl is it's already out now.
Yeah, this is one of those shadow dropped games, which I think is becoming a new industry standard. I kind of want to almost
Yeah.
talk about that. Like, I feel like that's both a good thing and a bad thing. Because, like, I think that giving people some heads up on a game's release is probably better than just shadow dropping a bunch of games all at once. And there were like 5 or 6 games that were shadow dropped throughout Gamescom. It's like too much of a good thing.
Yeah, it's good to be prepared in advance so you can like say, all right, I'm gonna save for these 3 games or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I guess it really doesn't matter for stuff like, Xbox, because Game Pass,
DLC too.
like, Game
Like
Pass
shadow dropping
just,
DLC is nice.
whenever you get access to Game Pass, you just have stuff. Like, Hi-Fi Rush was, I think, the thing that, like, kind of kicked off and started the Shadow, or maybe not. Maybe it's just been a thing,
It
but
didn't kick it off, but Hi-Fi Rush was definitely the biggest one in recent memory.
Mm-hmm. Hi-Fi Rush looks so good. But, like,
Yeah, I still need to finish it.
it is interesting that, like, there's so many of them now. But at any rate.
Yeah, so that was Sprawl. On to the next one, which is Curry's
Star
Shine.
Trucker.
Star Trucker.
Star
I mean,
Trucker.
to be honest.
Yeah, I really kind of dig this. It looks pretty neat.
It is a game where you're a trucker in space. Although it's probably worth mentioning, it doesn't look like a Euro Truck Simulator type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like I guess it's kind of like a fantasy sim game, but it's got a lot of these different. There's elements that are pretty different from that. The way you maintain your truck and stuff. The way this trailer is laid out, it makes it seem like most of the game is not driving your truck.
See, the thing that finally got me into this, because I thought the idea was neat, but I wasn't sure if I would like the gameplay, and then I drew a comparison. This really reminds me of, like, kind of how you manage a larger submarine in Subnautica. Like, in Subnautica, you have a big sub that you can go around, but you have to, like, if there's a fire, you have to go and put out the fire. If the hull is damaged, you have to go outside the sub and patch the hole. And you also have to, like, change out batteries and do all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's actually kind of familiar. So it's just, like, that kind of a management, but an entire game. And that really kind of clicked for me when I was seeing this trailer, because I think that is pretty cool, honestly. It just seems like a fun idea. I mean, it's definitely more interesting than, like, God, most of the stuff that was in this showcase. Good lord. An inventory management truck sim game in space is one of my top picks. What in the hell happened?
Yeah.
I'm Alan Rickman.
Fisher Game Show was entertaining because it had Erika Ishii, and Erika Ishii is always entertaining. But
like, man, there was, like, nothing there. I mean, I'm not to throw shade at this. I'm not saying, like, oh, this is bottom of the barrel. No, this is standout. This is cool. But, like, man, usually there's, like, 5 or 6 things on these lists that I'm like, yeah, this is fucking cool. But I think it was, like, this one and the next one, and then Zenless Zone Zero, which we had already seen a lot of. So, this is Pacific Drive. This is a neat little game. If I am assuming correctly from the trailer, you play as a living car. Or someone who is at least, like, bound to a living car. And you have to go around and explore utilizing that, and there's, like, mystery and intrigue and some kind of a curse of some kind. It looks really neat, and it looks very unique. Like, this reminds me... Strangely, this kind of reminded me of Choo Choo Charles a little bit. Because it's like, get in vehicle, run from monster, figure out mystery.
So, I was curious what this was labeled as, and on their website they labeled this as a run-based, first-person driving survival game.
Yeah, it's really a neat idea. It looks cool, like, look at that. Oh, man. Like, for a survival game to be standout nowadays, it really has to be unique, and I think being bound to a mystically infused car, a la, like, I guess Kit from Knight Rider is the only thing I can think of.
Well...
But it doesn't talk, I don't believe.
Kit from Knight Rider's frumpier cousin. It's a freaking station wagon.
Frumpy is such a good word to describe.
I mean, it is. It's an old beat-up station wagon.
This is you are driving around Frumpy Kit through a cursed wasteland of apocalyptic magical nonsense. I really do think this game is going to be cool. I want to see what comes of it, but we will soon find out, I suppose.
So what does run-based mean?
Movement, I believe.
Probably means that it is based around your individual run each play session. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, a run-based game. Oh, this is a roguelike.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, they probably don't want to call it that because it's not technically that.
maybe it's
Maybe
more
they
like
don't like the roguelite definition. Whatever.
maybe it's
Either
more
way.
like in the vein of like Returnal or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
I have no idea, but looks
Yeah,
cool
that'll make
regardless. I'm into it. It is quite neat.
On to the next one. Yeah, I have no.
Well, you don't want
idea.
to talk about Dome King Cabbage. You don't want to talk
All right,
about.
tell me what this game is about in one sentence.
Cabbage.
Yeah, please explain video game.
I wrote down what you said, Doja. Hold on, let me read it verbatim. This is LSD for your N64.
All right, so because this trailer doesn't explain anything,
Just to be clear, you know that LSD for the N64 is the name of the game that's on the N64, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. Oh, that's
that is an
actually a
actual
game?
game.
Oh, I thought you were saying that this game is like LSD for the N64.
no, yeah, like he is saying it's like the game LSD.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it is basically a drug trip. Like, genuinely,
So-
that is what this game is. This game...
So it's not really a game. It's you walk around and you look at all the weird things that are happening.
Like, I have looked at this game... I looked at this trailer several times, and I'm just like... I've never taken magic mushrooms, but I would assume that this is, like, something you could see on magic mushrooms. This looks so weird.
So really quick, upon looking into it, this is just it being put on the Switch. It is a quote award-winning visual novel about a cloud person named Mush nervously making their way to a job interview. I feel like I know less about the game now.
God, what is that
Yeah,
old
yeah.
game?
Mush has to grapple with their ability to perceive the world through a lens of a monster collecting RPG.
God.
What the fuck is this game?
Hold on one second. What the hell is the name
hold
of
on.
that game? There's a game, I think it's on the PS1. It involves, like, you play as each member of a family in a Japanese household, and they each go on their, like, radically weird and screwed up days where it's like, it really just makes no sense functionally. God, what is the name of it? Come on, I know the Game Grumps played it recently, like in the last few months. What is it called?
So for that, I have no idea.
That's the name.
Is not
Okay,
it.
so I have some news about this game. Can
Interesting.
you switch it over for a second? Because I found something weird.
Sure, weirder than the actual game, you say?
Yeah. Alright, so this was on itch.io.
Oh, okay.
You can download it, the demo on itch.io.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
can actually get the demo? Oh, hell yeah.
It's just a visual novel.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
trailer... The trailer doesn't show anything that what this is. This is the game.
Whack.
Okay, so this is
This
like
looks
the...
a little bit different.
So this is like the Undertale route of gameplay trailers, I suppose.
God, and that
I guess
text
so.
is awful. It's just like... Ugh.
Oh my god. What in the hell is it? This is going to drive me insane. Okay, keep going in the background. I am going to... I'll switch back over so you can switch back. I will find what in the hell the game I'm thinking of is called, and then I'll scream it out randomly.
Sure, however, you're going to be busy talking about your next favorite game of the year.
Oh my god, why are all mine in a row?
These are in release order. Go ahead and switch it over.
Oh, did mine just happen to be in release order? Okay, fair enough then. Man, do I love the idea of this game so much, and it is the dumbest idea. This is literally just a game about food photography. It's
Yeah.
it's just a fantastical food photography simulator, and I love this idea so much. It is dumb
The way
in a brilliant way.
Yeah, the way the dev described it is a game about playing with your food. That is what the game is about. So it's definitely a very artsy game.
Like, my god. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. That's really just the log line of it is this is a kind of, well, not surreal, but like a, what would you call it? A fantastical food photography game. That is what this is. There's really nothing else to say about it. It just looks neat.
Interesting. So I was curious because in the trailer they say there's 20 vignettes to work through. This is a $15 game releasing September 12th.
Very nice.
Oh. Well, all right then.
But yeah, that is Noir, Play With Your Food. The next up is the last one that we have.
Time flies. Dosha put this on his list.
I put this on mine, actually.
Oh, I was trying
Yeah,
to
this is
bait.
not mine.
I was trying to bait
Yeah,
Dosha
so
into talking about plug and play again.
No, I want to talk about Plug and Play.
Okay,
Plug
fair
and Play
enough.
is great. People who made Plug and Play is great. This
My
looks like a
favorite video game.
fantastic game that I really want to play. Probably won't, though. Like, you're just a fly who has 60 seconds to do anything you want to do, be it learning how to read, tickling someone's feet, playing the guitar, doing anything you can do. It's just a fun time.
Oh my goodness.
There's not really much else to say. It's just, like, if you've seen Plug and Play and if you've seen, what, Kids? Was that was called Kids? I don't know. There were two of them. Whatever. If you've seen Plug and Play, you know what you're getting into. So it's just another one of those. And I think that's it. Honestly, if you switch it over, I'll minimize this and see if there's anything else we
Ooh,
had.
baby. We got through that very quickly. I still haven't found what the fuck that game
there
is.
was one thing. There was one last thing.
One
Okay.
more thing.
So in one of the
more thing.
gameplay trailers, after they showed off their game, the developers of the game were talking to each other in a nice little skit. And there was one small segment of that skit that just fucking tickled me so much. Go ahead and switch it over. And it's just
Boy.
one line of dialogue here. Just
Thank goodness
No.
you're here. No.
Understandable. Understandable.
No.
no.
I swear I
That was
will
actually
not
the
give
second
up.
of this type of skit. The first one was from the, what was it? It was the game about parcel delivery. You're a bike man.
Oh yeah,
That game actually looked pretty good, and I kind of forgot to put it on my list. But yeah, I'll probably wish
You
list
want me to
that
pull
one.
it up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Why not?
do it.
If you remember what it's
I'll
called.
swap it over.
All right, Gamescom. What was it called? This one? Not this one. Oh yeah. Another thing we could talk about while I'm pulling up the trailer. RoboCop.
Oh yeah. Wait, why isn't that on here? Dosha, you were
No
really
one-
interested in that, weren't you?
I guess no one.
Why is-
yeah,
why
he
is
didn't put it
what
on
on
his
where?
list. RoboCop.
Oh yeah, I was interested in RoboCop.
Like
You
my
didn't put it on
goodness.
your list.
Well, let's.
I'm
Here,
not
let me
that interested in RoboCop. Like it's been a really
Okay,
long
you-
time since I've seen
like,
the movie. I
bruh.
don't remember much about it.
Talk about
I-
RoboCop while I go find the other trailer.
What's interesting to me about it is that it seems like it's trying to pull from the original RoboCop and trying to sidestep everything that came about with the reboot that happened in, what was it, 2014, 2015, something like that, right? That everyone hated.
I think.
And played it way too safe.
Incredible Crisis!
Like to the point where it missed the point of the original movie.
I fucking found it! It's called Incredible Crisis!
What
Oh.
is?
God damn it.
The game that he
That's
was
the
trying to
game.
find. That you're
The
all-
game I was thinking of. It's called Incredible Crisis. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
So I've actually never watched RoboCop. I don't know what it's about.
RoboCop is about a dude who gets killed and then resurrected as a robot. Yeah.
The
Is he,
year is 2006. And,
is he a good guy or a bad guy?
The crime wave is taking over the city of Chicago, unlike in real life. And
it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a RoboCop first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this looks pretty good.
It's pretty good looking, yeah.
Yeah, like, the thing that really always threw me off about RoboCop was he just looked incredibly stationary because that was, like, the way that they chose to portray it.
It looks like Project Mugen was revealed at Gamescom. It just wasn't in whatever we watched because there's a lot more here.
Fair enough. But my goodness, yeah, like, this looks weirdly, and this is a compliment, it looks as stiff as the original RoboCop, which is incredibly impressive that they've managed to pull off that. Like, I don't know if it's a compliment or not, but, like, it really is just kind of an odd feeling.
So I'm scrolling through the trailers to try and find that specific one with the biking. There was a Fallout TV show shown.
Wasn't that like... I'm trying to remember if that was received well or not. I heard about that. I didn't know if we were going to talk about it. I didn't even bother mentioning it.
It was at Gamescom.
I mean, yeah.
It's weird. They showed a lot of things at Gamescom that weren't games.
Well, you have to remember, Gamescom is a convention, so they're going to show a lot of things that aren't in the actual, like, live show. There's, like... I mean, hell, going back to MiHoYo for a second, there was a live concert for each MiHoYo game at this bloody convention.
Yeah.
I really wish I would have been able to go. It just looked so good. They even did a full, like, little animated trailer for it. It was very adorable. Conductor Zung Lee. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah, I'm just...
Oh, they posted a new trailer for Persona 3 Reload 7 days ago.
They did, yeah. Man, I'm glad I got to pre-order the collector's edition. It really went quickly.
You want to talk about the voice actor thing for a second, because I still haven't found the trailer?
We already talked about that, but I will go ahead and mention... Yeah, we talked about that when it happened. There was a big voice actor replacement. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's gross, icky stuff.
Fair enough.
But the thing that really tripped everyone up was they replaced the entire cast, not just that one dude. So we're going to have to see if the new cast is as memorable as the old cast. I'm sure this will be a fun game. I don't think I've played a single Persona game so far that I haven't liked. Well, then again, I haven't really gotten the chance to play one or two, so perhaps that's that's a little bit off. But yeah, I am looking forward to 3 Reload, because, like, 3 is the first Persona game that I played, and my god, it is such a good game. Very dark game. Very depressing game. The swan song of my high school angst.
Okay. You can go ahead and switch it over. I found it.
Okay, good. I'm just trying to sit here and fill the void with truth.
Truth?
Truth, I tell you.
Alright, you can go ahead and put it back.
Alright, we're back.
So this is Parcel Core. Dosha, go ahead.
Yeah, Parcel Core.
Oh boy.
So this is a game, once again, I mean, it's kind of Mirror's edgy, but it's a lot more laid back in tone.
Can you pause on
and you're on a bicycle the whole time. It looks cute.
There we go.
Looks fun. Not necessarily together.
Parcel Corpse.
I didn't mean that.
It looks... I didn't mean that. Okay? Pray tell. What did you mean?
You don't need to worry about where it was. What I meant is that it looks like a fun and cute video game, and it's going to have a good amount of humor in it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I meant.
Do you want me to cut that?
What?
What did he say? Fine. I wasn't listening.
That just kind of threw me off. Just
I
like
didn't
the
say anything.
Statement, and then immediately, I didn't mean that. it just really threw me for a loop.
You'll find out what I said during the VOD.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh god, but yeah, no. My god, there was basically nothing at Gamescom. This is like maybe less than 10% of the total games that they showed during this and all the other like preceding events that were there. Man, I feel like they just didn't have anything to talk about. Like most of the stuff that they talked about was already well known. I guess we could talk about Starfield for just a second and date the video.
Oh my god, haven't we talked about Starfield enough?
No, because there's new fun things that have come out and allegations that have people slightly worried. It's actually quite interesting.
I don't think that they're like meaningful, though.
Well,
to me anyway.
Just to put this video in a time capsule real quick. So the current thing is Starfield is nearly upon us, right? So of course copies are out in the wild because of leaks and like stuff like that, you know. So there is a lot that has come out in the wake of this that has suggested that it might not be as free and open as Bethesda has been touting all of this time, which has people like me who are really geared up for another like bummer of a Bethesda launch to just, you know, just rev up your negativity, folks, because it's time for some fun.
It's about as open and free as they were. It's just that people have been reading into it. I understand that there have been some mixed messaging, but when you look at like what they're actually saying, they've already said hundreds of worlds to explore. You know, it can't
thousands.
Be limitless. Yeah, well, whatever the number is, it's
thousands
like
of non-procedurally generated worlds.
Well, yeah, they use procedural generation to create the worlds. I think some people get confused on that.
Oh my
god! They use procedural generation to help create Skyrim, but that's just for like the terraforming.
And then they like filled it in,
and then
as they went.
Yeah, and then they fill in the gaps manually.
But like,
it's what creates sort of the Bethesda. It's the manual stuff that makes the game good and interesting.
It's like,
but you can't have an infinite amount of manual stuff like that.
Well, yeah, which begs the question: if they don't have like the ability to just do that, why on earth make like 1,000 planets to explore? Why make 1,000 planets to explore when there's probably like nothing to do on more than 90% of them, rather than just make 100 planets that all have a lot to do on them? I don't understand why they went for such a high quantity. Like, well, that's the thing, right? The main thing that has come out in the wake of like all of this stuff is the exploration seems to be kind of limited per planet. Like you have specific like touchdown destinations per planet apparently, or maybe it's like in a radius around your ship. Like people have to be vague on it because of, big evil bad people made me sign a contract that says I can't talk about it, but I can be vague on Twitter, and for some reason that doesn't nullify it. It's just so bizarre as to like, why did they make it so that you had to be nearby your ship and that there was a limit to what you could explore on the planet? I don't understand why that's even a possibility. That doesn't make any sense. Because like they keep on touting, oh, this is supposed to be limitless exploration. And I hope I'm wrong. Again, I am being incredibly negative on this game because I don't think it's going to be amazing at launch. I think it'll be like months afterwards, and then it'll be a great game. But like, like people are hunting online to be negative about this, and it's great.
Everything I've heard makes it sound like it's good now, but we'll see.
Oh man!
How about the fact that they're using Rocket Man for the trailer? I know you loved that when we were watching.
Man, okay, like
I mean, it's a good song, but
it's overused.
Yeah,
it's like super
Major Tom. Now that's a more interesting song.
Shiny toy guns, give me that.
Well, that's the cover. I like that cover though.
It's a really good cover. I like it better than the original one.
Yeah, I don't really like as much. Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't have a problem with this version of the song. I just think that it's really overused.
So I was trying to find more information, and apparently the person who leaked 45 minutes of Starfield footage is now facing felony charges.
Yep, because hey, You broke street date. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
Well,
my
there's still
God.
actually a lot of videos of gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you get closer to the release with stuff like this, and like inevitably you have stuff that gets leaked.
Yeah.
Which some of that is good because you want to drive hype, but for something like this where you have a bunch of people that are just geared up for it to be an out and out failure because people are still like really butthurt over Fallout 76, which understandable. That was a horrible, horrible like thing all the way around, and it's still really not fixed. It's slightly better, but my God, like a year and a half later, or however long it's been. Has it been like 2 years? When did Fallout 76 come out?
I will get that. Hold on.
Like, people are still mad about that. I hear people still talk about 76 as like this colossal
Oh
disappointment.
my God.
Well, this is a single player.
Hey,
It's not going to
Curry.
have long-term
What?
monetization.
November
They've already
14th, 2018.
Oh God, it's been 5 years and people are still talking about it.
said- I feel like all the things that people, everything that got dropped with 76 is pretty much gone and past. The last game that they produced, with everything they've said, with all the promises they've made, this is going to be. I mean, the last game we have to look at that they produced like this was Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're kind of looking at now. The question is, how much of that are they going to stick to? What kind of game are we actually looking at? Right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Like, I have zero interest in actually playing this game, but I'm very interested in the drama. Give me the popcorn, baby.
like it is just fun. Like again, I am kind of hunting on the negative side of this just because it's really entertaining to go like, ha 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 ha. I am disappointing you with this thing that you wanted to like. And it's just that like evil little part of me that's like, yeah.
You also just want to say I called it.
Yeah, I really do. I want and I told you so on this so fucking bad. But like, look, I am a man about this. If this comes out and it's great, I will be the first one to say, okay, I'm relieved that it's actually a good game. Bethesda did good.
I mean,
I will admit that. But I
Day one
still
Game Pass, you
doubt
can
it.
go ahead and find out for yourself, I guess.
Microsoft, give us money.
I mean,
Fucking
you can
come
use
here.
a free trial.
My
for Game
empty
Pass,
wallet
right?
is wide open. Take your coffers and empty them into mine. I will devour it wholesale, physically. Like, give me money, I'll eat it.
Yum.
Yeah, so
Spend
Starfield's
money.
going on Game Pass on the 6th, so you could just use a free trial and play it.
Oh man, I mean, half of me kind of wants to, but holy crap, I don't have time. I do.
I mean, it'd be
not.
worth just trying like a one world, probably.
I feel like if I start playing this game and it's not an immediate catastrophic failure, or at least like a minor one that I'm like, I want to pick this up when it's like not working better, then I will want to continue playing it. Because like I picked up Skyrim months after it came out, like way back when for my PS3. I dealt with the memory leak issues. I did all of that nonsense. But like, man, I played Skyrim so much. But
yeah.
yeah, like it was fixed quite a bit by the time I got it though. When Skyrim first came out, it was really buggy.
I've purchased Skyrim 2 or 3 times, I believe. I have hundreds of hours in it. I have not once beat the story.
That is incredible. I think I've beaten the story 3 times.
Well,
I
mean,
keep like kind of like how you do D&D. I do my like role play thing, and then I get distracted doing everything side quest, and then I get burnt out.
the thing is that the main quest is, I mean, it's basically just another side quest. So
Yeah.
because the game treats it with a little bit more importance, but when you beat the main quest, you don't roll credits. The game just continues. You can.
Oh
Just
wait,
keep
really? That's interesting.
Sleep with
Like
the
I know about the final boss thing because voiced by Mario, except not anymore because he doesn't voice Mario anymore.
Oh yeah, should we mention that?
That's some.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so if anyone's
getting
watching
way
this
outside
didn't
of
know,
Gamescom
the
stuff
voice
now,
of
you
No,
Mario
it's
is
fine. It's fine. Like, my God.
now the Mario ambassador.
What does that? Did they actually say
They didn't.
what
They said they made it new for him.
what the title? Like, it's
Yeah, they
really
made a
astonishing
new
to
job
me.
for him.
One
It's
important
like an
thing.
advisory role.
They also said that he is not the voice of Mario in the new one. The Wonder.
Wonder, yeah. Like, my goodness. Charles Martinet is Mario's original voice actor, and he is the one who is assuming the role of Mario Ambassador, which I'm relatively sure is just Nintendo being super cool and being like, you voiced our biggest flagship character ever. We're going to keep you on staff even if you're not working. And they just gave him the title of Mario Ambassador, and he'll probably go to, like, events and stuff, is my assumption. Because, like,
Yes, looks like he's traveling around the world to promote the beloved plumber,
yes,
signing autographs and performing Nintendo character voices.
Yep. So he probably wanted to retire, and Nintendo offered him this role instead, which is probably a much more laid back, fun, easy role, which is really cool. Like, honestly, what other company, like in modern gaming, would create an entire like job description for one person as what basically amounts to a thank you and an extension of payment towards him? Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's been with them for how many years now?
Forever. Since Super Mario 64, I believe.
100,000 years. Maybe longer than that. I'm not sure.
I think I know that he
Not
started.
longer than 100,000 years.
Well, Mario 64 was the first one that had like actual voice recordings for Mario.
Pull it out or switch it out, and I'll check.
I'm moderately sure that that's the first one. At least I think that's what I read when I first read about this happening. But yeah, no, Charles Martinet. Fucking bravo, mate.
Martinet's first voice was for the Super Mario Brothers pinball arcade game.
Okay, never mind.
So like on the Game Boy Color. Okay.
No, it was a physical pinball game.
Yeah, it was a pinball arcade machine.
Physical pinball game. Okay, fair enough. That means the first like video game introduction was the N64. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. I was correct in that at least.
First video game was N64, but
he
was also on a 1992. Okay, that's interesting.
That's actually, I'm sure that's a huge collector's item. That just strikes me as an enormous collector's item.
Probably. You know what? We're gonna check. We're gonna check.
You know, I have a new question. This is totally sideways. Is there a like pinball wikia?
There probably is something like that.
I'm like,
pinball. It's a little older than any of us here, but
yes, there is.
Oh my god! Wait, there is, yo.
PinWiki.
PinWiki. Oh, and it's actually still being updated. Look, 2003 pinball show schedule.
Yeah, and there's still new pinball machines.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay, fair enough. That was just like a very distinct shower thought. Like, I wonder. Like, good lord. But anyway, yeah. That's really funny.
Yeah. But anyway, we should probably wrap this up.
Probably. Oh my goodness. I am quite yawny bobani.
But yeah, I don't think we have any more game announcements for a while, other than like random trailers that companies drop.
I mean, yeah. Watch, I guarantee it. I would bet money that like tomorrow Nintendo is going to be like, hey, there's a Direct coming.
No, not this early. There's no way.
It always
no, you don't understand. They just like
month,
fuck
right?
with us.
It always happens. They're just waiting for our new upload. They held back the showcase for a month.
Currently, 320,000 people visited Gamescom physically.
That's quite a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. But yeah, Gamescom.
But yeah, it was a Gamescom, I think.
It was a.
There's not really much else to say about it.
No, there was a few cool things. There wasn't a lot.
I like the part where Jeff Keighley turns to the audience and says, "Wow, that really was the Gamescom 2023."
God, he
That
just
was the best part.
he just felt bored.
Erika Ishii had a lot of fun with her role, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. Something tells me like they knew they didn't have a lot. I feel like we're in this kind of valley right now where a bunch of games that were being worked on over the pandemic are finally coming out, and we're now like in just this downturn before a massive influx when more people, now that pandemic restrictions have been lifted, are just going to start going back to work, and then we have a whole bunch of new stuff again. I don't know. I think that we'll see a lot in like 2025 is my guess. I think 2024 is going to be another light year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is very unrelated. I wanted to say slightly. It's not. It's unrelated almost entirely. But you reminded me of it. So there's a horror movie that was made before the pandemic. It was right before it finished, and they waited for the pandemic to finish so people could watch it in theaters.
Yeah, me with Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0.
As in, like, they held the movie back until the pandemic was over.
Yep.
Very interesting. Anyway, any final thoughts?
Video game.
Also, gotcha. So many gotcha.
Oh yeah, gotchas. That's true. Yeah. Gamescom more interesting than I thought it was gonna be, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad we talked about it all, but the next thing to talk about is in this way, other than unless Nintendo has like some super big news, or any other ones do.
Yes.
The next thing to talk about will be the Game Awards. That's going to be in November.
Yep.
So it's several months away now. Still.
I think the only thing that I want to say that I haven't already said about Gamescom is my Panera sandwich was quite good.
The only thing I have left to say is I'll see you all in 2 years when I'm a Project Mugen streamer.
Okay.
All right.
Is that how we're ending the video?
That's probably how. This is the worst video we've made.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Okay, well, either way, next week
Goodbye.
we'll be talking about Pokemon, and we look forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gonna make sure to leave some dead air right at the end of the video just to just make it really awkward when I suddenly cut.